Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to another tutorial of Mushroom ERP solution system. In this tutorial, we are going to talk about how to link the payroll with the general ledger system. To do that, you just click on payroll and then payroll setup. You will be prompted out to this screen. In here, there are about 8 accounts which need to be linked to the GL system. Just click on edit, and similar to the one in the previous video, I have had told you that link to GL button is going to always direct you towards a pop-out screen which will give you the level 5 of the GL system. So here tentatively it is required that you must be having an accrued payroll expense account in the general ledger system. What is it used for? Because at the end, exactly before the end of the month, you are supposed to prepare the payroll. Once you do that, you are going to accrue it, because you are not usually starting to process the payroll after the month has finished, otherwise the salaries will be too much delayed. So as a standard rule of accounting, you are going to have a general ledger account which is referring to the accrued payroll expense. Similarly, you will be having an account for cash on hand, from which you will be paying cash out salaries. You will be having a cash at bank account in the GL system, where you will be writing checks or you will be transferring the salaries into the bank, where it will be credited to the employees' accounts via the ATM machines. This account, which is payroll expense and payroll deduction, is not required to be entered. Why? Because you already have a different set of whole department wise salary expense accounts which we have learned in the previous video. So you may leave behind this and this account, which is payroll expense and payroll deductions, empty. However, for the end of service reward, you may want to enter. If you like to leave it empty as well, leave it the way it is. Or if you have an end of service reward account or a provision, usually it is, you may have it and link it to the provision, because it is possible that we might give you something that is going to calculate the end of service provision, which is usually in here in the personnel and setup and end of service provision. So we are not talking about that right now, but as I said, since the rules change from company to company, you may not be wishing and following the rules embedded in the application. However, account receivable employee and account receivable student account is mandatory, because these two accounts are going to be used like cash at bank and cash on hand, and accrued payroll expense account is needed. So go ahead, maybe let's say you have the account created here. Whatever accounts you have corresponding to the particular one, you may link it, and that's how you are going to provide, and just double click and fill it up. So once you have done, again, as I said, it is not necessary that you need to have a unique account for every account mentioned here. You may have the same account being repeated. Once you have entered all of that, just click save, and that's it. In here it is saying yes, it is a lock account, that you need to have a unique account in these, because they are not going to post the GL with the same account for the debit and a credit entry. So choose unique accounts here, 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 and in these two, and end of service provision, and click save. Once you have a unique account, it should not have any problem. And that is all for this video training. Thank you very much for your attention. Happy data entering.